Time to wake up, America. Protests rocked the beginning of the G20 summit in Germany today. Anarchists angry at President Trump for his new America First initiative. You see, folks, America First is good for, wait for it, America. European protesters are angry that America isn't footing the bill for every social justice issue the world can come up with. They're used to 8 years of Obama, where the president ran around the globe downplaying American exceptionalism. For 8 years, Obama proceeded to give away the farm to Iran, handing over $150 billion in cash for a nuclear deal, to the Paris Climate Accord, where Obama signed us up to pick up the tab for billions in Chinese and Brazilian pollution while we cut our own emissions right here at home at the expense of American manufacturers. It seemed as if anyone and everyone got an American handout, whether they promoted American values of freedom, liberty, and the free markets or not. Enter President Donald J. Trump, a new American president, a strong voice for American exceptionalism, a decisive leader. Trump pulled us out of TPP. He deregulated our energy markets. He said, fix the Paris climate arrangement or we'll pull out and allow the darn thing to collapse. The Trump doctrine can be summed up with this: America first, globalists be gone. It resonates here at home and in freedom-loving places like Poland. Listen to the massive crowds chanting Donald Trump and USA. Listen. Conversely, in places where open borders are the norm and big government sponsors everything, like the G20 in Germany, riots ensue. Time to wake up, G20. America is back. Protest all you want. It won't shake the new American president who's promoting a new American exceptionalism, and we freedom lovers thank God for that. Right, Ebony?
So, fine enough.
I heard you huff when I said Obama prancing around the globe downplaying American exceptionalism.
Here's why. Sure, President Obama was obviously a globalist. That is not to be disputed. Didn't start with President Obama, Eric. I think that we know that. I think that we know we can go to George W. Bush,
no problem.
Bill Clinton.
Agreed.
So for a long time, America has been a trajectory of a more globalistic approach. So I don't disagree at all that President Trump is clearly a nationalistic, make America first message, and that's largely why he got elected. That's fine. But we didn't just get there with Obama.
And Kat, I'm gonna hold out hope that I think you would agree with some of these breaking up the TPP things and being more nationalistic versus globalistic, right?
Well, I'm all about American values, but where I have an issue is if the nation building and trying to put those Western values places that don't want them there and don't want us there, and then the problems spill over here. So yeah, I'm all about the Western way of life, freedom, love liberty, biggest fan of both of those things, but I'm also the biggest fan of not being the world's police.
And what about Steve? Is Donald Trump, is he going to be able to keep that nationalistic, anti-globalist sentiment throughout the presidency?
I believe he will, notwithstanding the fact that the media and the left will bash him for it here. And I think the antithesis of America First is nation building. I don't think that that's something that Donald Trump relished during the campaign. I don't think it's something he looks forward to as president.
Right. He was America first, but not necessarily America everywhere. How about that?
And I think they were saying America first, but not America alone, Taya.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just an interesting concept, and I always try to simplify things, because I think most of these things we can simplify to a personal level. If you've ever been in a position where you're supporting everyone else and you're doling out the finances and they're not showing up, at some point as a human being you go, you know what, this is just not prudent anymore. This is not fair to me. And so you find a way to do it with grace and integrity to cut yourself off. And so I think that it's just going to come down to a fundamental decision for people. Have they been in that situation where they've had to draw the line? Or in their personal lives, have they been able to live in a world that was just all theory and philosophy and say, if I had $1 million, I would support everyone? It's different when you actually have the $1 million, are supporting everyone, and getting punched in the face.
I like you being simple about it, because even as a kid, I kind of always wondered, why America? With all of our own, and we're the best country in the world, no doubt, but we have a homelessness problem. We have an HIV and AIDS problem. We have a jobless problem. Yeah, we got a lot of things that we can do to improve the climate here at home. So why so much of our efforts and resources, quite frankly, and I'm not saying international aid's not a good thing, but certainly within reason, because we have a lot of things that we can do here at home. So I'm not opposed to that message at all, Eric.
Speaking of messages, Donald Trump found a way to continue the message that he's not going to put up with fake news. from Poland today. Listen.
I think what CNN did was unfortunate for them. As you know now, they have some pretty serious problems. CNN has really taken it too seriously, and I think they've hurt themselves very badly, very, very badly.
All right, let's go to the guy who is the fake news hunter.
Well, I think in that clip he's referring to the Reddit and the CNN punching the CNN and that video, and then CNN not only reacting, but CNN basically saying, we're not going to tell you the name of the guy who did this because he promised to be good from now on. He told us he's going to stop his racist, tweets, and he's not going to do anything like that again. He's going to be a good boy, so we're going to give him a pass. What kind of news organization does something like that?
Gotta be honest with you, Eric, though. Interesting thing to bring up in a speech in Poland.
Well, I think
I'm not sure that they're sitting around dying.
I think he answered a question they were asking.
But still, just to go on and on about the CNN and the GIF, I'm personally tired of hearing about the GIF. I don't know if anybody else is tired of hearing about it, talking about it. I got no more takes left on the GIF. So I really just would like that conversation to stop. But hey, or bring it overseas on a tour. I don't know.
Ebony?
Kat just said she didn't want to talk about it anymore. So
Okay.
What else is there to say, really?
I agree.
But the media is still one of his targets, and deservedly so. I mean, I think I was listening to Donald Trump with the uproarious applause from Poland, and I think some of the other networks were saying, oh, it's not that great, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, again, if you take it back to a personal level, I'm sure we've all had people with some haters and things like that, right? And so we all have this personal decision to make. What good does it do, and does it change anything? And you have to really answer that question for yourself. For Donald Trump, it may be healthier for him to get that off his back and just slam some people, But it's not always easy, but it might be the right thing to not talk about it and to let them
There's
just
other
go
venues
on.
for getting things off your back.
Or not
I don't
at
know
all.
about haters, though. I've never had any.
None of us have.
Right.
Oddly enough.
Constantly.
All right, let's leave it right there.